Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Sneed again. We're starting a business from scratch. As if you don't know, my name is Michael Sneed. I'm a small entrepreneur. I own several businesses. For the last 10 months, I've been bringing everybody along on this new business that I started. It's a business I started with 3 other partners. It was the first physical business I've done, and the first business I've done as a partnership. It's an actual appliance. Now we're actually expanding to a mattress, and even we might be even bringing furniture in. Store that we have here in Clayton, North Carolina. The name of it is the Appliance Outlet of Clayton and Mattress Store now. So for the last 10 months, I've been bringing y'all along from actual scratch all the way and gave y'all the vision of what the store is going to look like, and been bringing y'all videos for the last every 2 to 3 weeks. I bring videos, give you updates. Well, right now it's what we call the springtime. I starting to see a lot of people are posting pictures of their yard and their gardens as the blooms and stuff are starting to come in, and their grass and how pretty it looks. You start to see now all the hard work that they've put into the yard 10 months ago, the same time I started this business. About the end of August, September, people started really working on their yard and putting in the hard work. Well, just like this business and just like your yard, and when you first start putting that work in, you don't see the results. You actually, what you're doing, actually putting the work in so you can recoup it. So what happened as you start to put that work in, when the springtime comes, and it starts to bloom, get you in it, and you're refreshed, and you're able to go back and actually you can actually see what you've done, and you feel good about the progress and stuff. Well, that's where we're at right now. We're in the springtime of this business, just like your yards. We're in the springtime of the business. I want to bring you up. I got an employee that's just getting ready to come in, so once he come in, don't pay him no mind. He's just gonna probably walk through and start working. But I want to bring y'all in, just let y'all see exactly how it looks, how I told you it was going to look. And now we're in the springtime. You can actually see what's going on. So give me 1 second. I'm going to reverse this around. Here we go. I'll give y'all a look. Hey, Anton. I'm doing a little video, so if you don't want to be in, you got to be in. So I'm just getting a video of the store. Okay, as I told y'all a while ago how the store is going to look, well, here we go. You see it has really changed. The employees that we have here have really done a really good job. We got a really good team going on. So I'm going to give y'all a quick walk around and a quick overview. Antonio doesn't want to be in the video, so I'm going to make sure I don't catch him at all. And I'm just going to walk around. Okay, so you see how it is. Well, if you would have came here, if you go look at the older videos, you would see how everything's in a total disarray. We probably, right here, where that wall right there is at, and right there, that was all the showroom that we had, all the appliances that we had. If you look now, you see we have a whole array of appliances. We have the banners up now. Let me walk you around to the back. And remember, I told y'all this is the way it was going to look. We had a vision of how it was going to look, and this is exactly how we done it. Remember back here, I told y'all we're going to get this wall all the way back here, even to the restroom. Look, it's here now. Right here is the work area where you do the repairs and refurbishing of the appliances. Right here, this is our washroom where they check the washers, dishwashers, clean them up, repaint. We'll go around and see the other section that we added. Okay, I'll go around here. This is what we done. We wanted to separate the appliances from the mattresses. That's what happened. Right now, we don't know which one is actually, and this is where we put our dishwashers in here. So we got to fill them up with dishwashers. So coming around here, here go mattresses. This is the actual mattress section. We have just a small little bit on hand right now. We got a lot more coming. We started off with just the basic samples to start with because we don't know what's going to sell, what people will be looking for. So as we start to get that data in of what people want, that's when we'll start bringing more in of. But this is our mattress section. Over here, we're going to have accessories. We're still in the process of rearranging the stores. We have pillows and blankets and sheets and stuff that you can buy right here. And coming right along, switch it back around. Okay, there you go. So that's an overview of where we're at right now. We got the appliance store on. We got the mattresses on. We got them separated because what we want to do, we want to see who actually carries the store. If the mattresses carry the store, then the wall that we have right in between the appliances and the mattresses, we'll start to make the appliances have less showroom on the floor, and we'll put more mattresses and furniture and stuff in. And vice versa. If we find out the appliances really carry the store, not the mattresses, we'll decrease the mattresses section and put in more appliances. But right now, we don't know. So we're in the process of trying to figure that out over the next couple of months. So that's one of the things that we got going on. Remember I told you it's springtime. With the springtime, you got different crops that come in. You got different crops that fall off. Right now with one of my businesses, we had a supplier, a major store. Matter of fact, it was a major company. They went bankrupt about 2 weeks ago. So that's one of the crops that's actually starting to die now. Like you have some crops that bloom during the fall and produce during the fall, and they die during the spring. Well, I had one that died during the spring. It done really well during the fall, but that major company went bankrupt, and that company went bankrupt. It actually died off. But remember, I told you need to have multiple streams of income. You can't just have just one place where you're getting all your money from. Because that one has fell off, you see now this one right here is starting to bloom, and it's getting ready to start producing fruit. So with that being said, I'm not really losing anything. That one has I would lose that one, and this one will pick up and take up the slack until I can find something to replace that the other business that just took a hit. So that's why it's important to have multiple streams of income. All right, going forward, like I said, we signed up to do this for 1 year to show y'all exactly how everything works, how to start a business from scratch, how you come together, put it together, have a vision, get everybody get it up and running. And I hope it has been helpful for you all. But it's coming up now where we got the last 2 to 3 months left. And I told the guys that actually helped me, the employees that we have here that actually helped us put this store together, I told them this week that the year is coming up. And with the year coming up, I got to make a decision. Do I want to stay here and keep going at it? Or do I want to sell my portion or how we're going to do it? But either way, within this, when the next year come up, I would start removing myself more from this store and being like my other partners, where I'd be mainly just on the ownership part, and I would actually move them into my position. So we have one of the employees that been with me for about 5 years that actually had played a very big part in this in this store. He was the guy who actually that was the other thing too. I told him, I said, hey, it's going to be your store. Far as when we got the mattresses and the floor plan, we had a idea how we wanted it to flow, but I gave it to them. I said, hey, it's going to be your store. You get it the way you would like for it to look and you to go. So this is his thing, and he done an excellent job at it. Excellent job. So so in the next couple of months, what we'll be doing, we'll be mainly looking at the data. Looking at the numbers as far as what's turning, how much money we're making, and then at the end of those 2 to 3 months, I'll actually make my decision. I'll bring y'all along for that also. Now, if you might have known the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about this men's group that one of my business partners had made us an offer where he was going to give us some property, a whole block over in Nightdale, to actually redevelop and whatnot. Well, we went out there and met at the property. We met with my business owners, and we talked about the details of it. And then the men group that I was a part of, that I'm a part of, we got together and we met amongst ourselves again. And after meeting amongst ourselves, we decided that his deal, even though it's really well and it's really good, it's not quite what we want to do right now. So we wanted to do something not as big as that, and we wanted to do something where we didn't have to require going into debt doing. So what we decided to do, we formed a group. There's 9 of us in there right now, and we're gonna bootstrap it. We're gonna start developing communities on our own. But the way we're gonna do it, we're not gonna borrow money from anybody, and we're not gonna take any loans from anybody. We're gonna do it amongst ourselves, and we're gonna start putting money into account. We came up with a monthly amount that everybody needs to start contributing in, and we're going to contribute our money up until 6 months. At the end of 6 months, which we're saying December the 31st, we have a set amount of money that we should have in that account. And then at the beginning of the year, we're going to start looking to develop properties and do the same thing that my business partners and them are doing. That group, I talked to them about maybe documenting the same process like I've done here, and they thought it was a good idea. So we are going to be documenting the whole process. It probably won't be through Facebook. We're going to have a YouTube channel more than likely, and with the YouTube channel, we'll put up videos about the whole process of us actually doing it and what we're going to do. The reason why we want to get off Facebook and go more to YouTube, we can monetize it. Facebook, I don't know, it's not quite up to speed with YouTube for monetizing videos and actually putting in, we're going to take the videos and let y'all see it as we come up, because what's happened, we found out within that men group, even though all the men there are professional men and they have what we would consider good paying jobs and good careers, we found out as we started to pull funds and see what we were capable of doing, that in order to get those careers and the education that that most of us have, it was a lot of people who were totally strapped down with student loan debts. So even though they made a high salary, their student loans debts are ridiculous. And so with that, it almost puts you back into a place of poverty because you can't get out. And the more, the longer you go without paying it, the more it grows. And the student loans have become monsters now, where it's eating people alive. So we thought it would be very good for us to document that process of those guys who have those high student loan debts, that how we can start a business from scratch with a couple of friends, come together, not only build communities and place them out, but also pay off that student loan debt and release them from that. And what we'll do after we do that, we'll make it to like a educational program where you'll be able to come in later, and if you're going through that same thing, you'll be able to get the step-by-step functions of what we have. And if other groups would like to do the same thing that we're doing, then we'll have that stuff processed and in a package where you can get it and say, okay, this is exactly how these guys done it. They done it exactly, and they in the same predicament we're in. A lot of times what I found out when I'm talking to people about starting businesses and everything, people assume that everybody is alike. That we got this, they say, well, if our African Americans can't do it, the Asians are doing it, the white America is doing it. Why African Americans can't do it? And we're starting to realize what happened. We take the same roads that everybody else take. But unfortunately, you're dealing with African Americans. You're dealing with people who have a net worth of $1,500 or less, and we don't. So we don't have the resources. Everybody else, you get that typical white family. The typical white family have a net worth of $150,000. So they tell you to go out and when our parents told us, go out and go to college and get a good degree and get a job and take all these student loans, something that you would have you make enough money to pay those loans off. They didn't realize the trap that they put us in. Because what happened, even though you went to school, you got your master's, you got your PhD, and now you six figures or you $60,000 in student loan debt, you are trapped and you can't get out of that. And the other families, they might could do that because they might have an uncle who already have a business, or an uncle who or a family member, a father, somebody got land. They have the resources where they can release them out of that trap. But once we got caught in that trap, and we most of the time was the first generation of people going through that, once we got caught in that trap, we have nobody that can come get us because everybody around us is in the same predicament or worse. And then on top of that, I was talking to somebody this morning about just navigating through regular financial things that ordinary people go through. When you go buy a house, we take for granted everybody gonna have the best interest to the bank. That the banker is really gonna give you the best deal, do the best for you. So nobody told us how to mortgage to get. Nobody tells us what percentage we should be paying. Nobody tells us what type of life insurance we should have. Nobody tells us how to go purchase cars. We just automatically assume that if you go down there, that the person there is going to be goodwill and is going to do exactly right by you. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is. We're in a capitalistic society. In a capitalistic society, the strong prey on the weak. So if you go down there and you don't know what you're doing, they're going to upsell you. They're going to get as much money as they can off of you because they feel it's your job to know, not them to inform you. So within our community, that we got lost there. So I see a lot of people even now where we're trying to figure out how do we get out of this thing. I'm trapped in student loan debt, and I want my kids to go to school. So how can I get my kids in school? So now the thing is now is not so much getting student loans, but making the kid have to earn his own way through school. Are you saying he got to go to athletic college? He now gotta start. Can't play basketball for fun. Can't play football for fun. He gotta be playing with the mindset that he gotta go get a scholarship. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. It should be that as men and as families, we should be in a position where if we have a kid, they have the potential to go to college. We should actually be able to go ahead and send them to college, no problem. So that's where we're at right now. So in the next couple of weeks, you'll see us as we start to bring the mattresses in, some furniture, other products, and from there I'll bring y'all in, give y'all a tutorial. I'll let y'all see me go through my decision making on how am I going to stay here, am I going to move on, and you also will start to see the men's group as we start to come along, and y'all can follow that as we go. Because as I start to remove myself from here, I'm going to start participating more in that men's group, and that everybody see that. I actually think that would be more beneficial to the people who actually watch these videos, because that's going to be more in our line where we have you're going to have professional people making a decent living. They want to get out. They want to get out that corporate America job, but they got student loan debt and everything else, and kids getting ready to go to college, and they need to figure out a way how to make some money. So we're going to see us go through that process, get them, hopefully get everybody to to a position where we be what we call the FU position, where we get there and y'all can go along for that thing. Rod. Well, once again, thank y'all again for tuning in. Any questions or any comments, just forward them to me. If I can't answer, I'll find somebody that can answer them for you. Thank you again. Bye.